Alright, so I had a request to talk more about the framing. And to basically summarize it up, I've used 2x4s across the entire thing. Now this is a 55-gallon long, and you know, depending on the weight of the tank or how big a tank you're going to put in, you definitely want to size your construction. 2x4s, 55-gallon tank works great. Anything bigger, I might want to say go with 2x6s. Why? Because this part right here is going to flex. It's going to flex to the point where it's going to make one end or the other uneven, and it's going to put a lot of stress on the tank. So a 2x6 I would recommend. If you're going to go 55-gallon tank, 2x4 works fine. Now, a few things I did was if you wanted to use 2x6s going across from here to there, that'd be awesome because that's your long way. But if you're going to go from the front to the back, obviously you can see what I've done here is I've added 2x4 studs going across it. I've also, if you look in, I can see some hangers, and what I've done there is the hangers actually add an easy way to attach the 2x4 going from the front to the back to each part to the front and the part that's going the lateral way. So it adds an easy way of doing it, makes it really strong, and that's what I would recommend doing. Now what else I used for screws, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see if I can zoom in. I use these square drive screws. Now what they are is it uses a special drill bit, but basically it goes in really easy, and you can't strip them out. That's what I would recommend. And also on the sides, I leg bolted a lot of my stuff to it, and also I use these other screws that are like square drives or star drives. What those star drives are is it makes it so you can't strip them out. I've also leg bolted it to the front and put this other cross member across the front of it. And what that did is add a lot of strength to the 2x4s that were going up and down, because they were very weak after I cut them out. And I also did them across the top from here all the way to there. I put another 2x4 across there, so it would help for the 2x4 that's right here, right there, and over kind of yonder. And I added these other 2x4s going from the ceiling. I towed them in over here and over there so they would never move, and they run to the floor even though you really can't see them. So another installation I did is I ran this pipe right here, I ran water over from there. And what that did is allowed me to hook up a hose to it and allow me to suck the fish poop out, and also add water when I needed it to. So all in all, it's a pretty nice setup. The 2x4 construction, you know, I put plywood up on top, and I made sure it was all level, and I sat on it with my roommate, and we sat on it, and you know, it didn't move. We had over 400 pounds on there, and yeah, I think that was fairly well construction. So if you have ideas or questions that you want to, you know, it's obviously going to be a pretty heavy tank, over 55 gallons, and you know, over-engineer it. Think of the stuff that could happen if it, you know, think of the stuff that could go wrong, pretty much. So anyway, if you have any questions, you know, just feel free to comment on me, and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot. Bye.